With, I don't think any value should be handed down. That's the same elitist approach. That's top down. We hand down to those poor masses some values and some idea and then they follow it. This should come bottom up. People have completely different ideas from what the elite will have. We need to pay attention to that. And the only way we really have get support to what we need to do in the real world is to engage. All those young people are talking to each other. All those guys are blogging. I mean, here is one blogger, a young woman here. You guys talking to each other all the time. You're developing your new ideas. We should listen to those people because those are the guys who will produce new ideas. What institutions, who, and what values, what institutions should really embody these values? Let's look at what we have. We have a structure created after the Second World War, which was the United Nations, and it was the World Bank, the IMF, etc. And it is just amazing that 75 years later, with all the changes around us, we are yet incapable of reforming the United Nations or the IMF or the World Bank. We keep talking about that for so many years. Nothing has been done. And you look at the United Nations, we have 5 members of the Security Council, which effectively reflect the winners of the World War. Britain and France have 2 permanent seats on Security Council. That's 40% of the veto power. Does Britain and France, with 130 million people, out of 7 billion people, really should have 40% of the veto power? The collective GDP is probably 6–7% of the world. How could they have 40% of the vote there? And of course, they are reluctant to move things. A lot of other people, Germany is not in the Security Council. Germany is bigger than UK, bigger than France. Why those guys over there? What about Brazil? What about India? What about, so all this for us to see. That's why this body starts to lose credibility. And when it started to lose credibility, they went ahead and invented something called G7. Then they made it G8. Then they made it G20. Then they're going to make it G24. And then I don't know what's going to, people looking for legitimacy. And legitimacy doesn't come this way. It comes really through openness, transparency, and good governance. And that is the problem. Look at the 2 financial institutions. One has always to be headed by America, the World Bank. Why? Why should the World Bank be always headed by America? Why the IMF should always be headed by European? Actually, not just European. It has to be headed by a French person. Why is that? What about us guys? We are not French, but we are also people. Shouldn't we have the same list? So, really, we need to get out of this role. And people see all these things, and they say, hey, this is not right. This is not right. And so we really need to rehabilitate this institution which we have got and we cherish. We love the United Nations, we love the World Bank, we love the IMF, but they are really hampered by the selfishness of the past powers who came out of the World War. The world has changed. Wake up. And if we don't, all this will become really irrelevant. So we need to look at that seriously if we want to have really a new world, a new value. But this G7, G20, G24, whatever, that's all nonsense. Thanks.